Nailing It, Classroom Careers is produced by students and staff of Assabet Valley Regional Technical High School in Marlborough, Massachusetts.
We're bringing the gifts down to the van, and then we're on our way to deliver them to the children in our communities.
Aztec Wishes is an annual gift drive that Business Tech coordinates.
That we've been doing for almost more than 20 years so that we can provide gifts to more than 85 children in the local community so that they can have their holiday wishes come true.
With our Assabet high school community.
And we ask them to sponsor a child. And they have a choice of saying preference, whether my boy or girl, or the ages and things like that. And then we assign these sponsors to the names of the kids that we have. And it's really, really cool. But we not only do that with the staff, we also reach out to the shops, and the students use the principal's email, his monthly email message to update it. And a lot of parents participate too.
To benefit over 80 different families in the area who are in financial need to help them have a brighter holiday season.
We do have some members of staff that will do great donations. One of the big things we have is the Auto Collision Shop sponsors Aztec Wishes Car Wash every year, where staff members can sign up to get their car washed. The kids in the auto collision do a great job. It's actually a full Monty, so it's the inside and the outside of the car. And it really, really helps us have the funds that we need.
The students, it's a great learning experience, live work, where they're utilizing all sorts of different skills related to database management, marketing, inventory management, cash flow, coordinating details from any components that are involved in the community outreach project.
What are you doing? Can you explain it?
So right now I'm checking gifts for Aztec Wishes. So right now I'm just going through the gift and putting them into the database to match them and to get them onto the table.
Okay, great. And how about you, Mimi?
I'm checking to see if the gifts are right in here and that the kids have everything they need in order to have a happy holiday.
Excellent.
So it's an excellent annual initiative that everyone benefits from.
So goals for next month, basically at this point in time, we're approaching what we call a weathertight shell. So once our building has been framed and sheathed and Henry blueskin put on the outside, the goal is to get the roof done, to get the windows in place, and to get all of the exterior siding. So at this point in time, we do have all of our roofing done completely. We've done a lot of the siding on the original building. It's been pieced back in. And at this point right now, we're just starting to put windows in and work on our exterior siding and trim. So the goal is to get this to become what we call a weathertight shell before snow falls. Some of the big challenges right now is a lot of coordination between the management programs, electrical wiring, plumbing, ourselves, and outside contractors. Because at this point in time, we have plumbers that are working inside, getting the radiant heat insulation down on the floor. They have to run all their radiant heat panels, test it, and then we need to get a floor poured as quick as we possibly can. And that will allow us to get back in. We're also trying to coordinate spray foam insulation in the entire building as well. But we have to get our electricians and our plumbers to do a lot of interior work prior to that happening. So there's a lot of coordination right now between our own school programs as well as outside contractors. We just got through doing all of our exterior trim. So our students right now are basically focused on the window installation, proper installation, making sure everything is plumb, square, and level. Also how to do and the layout for the exposure for all of our siding, creating a story peg, which is giving us our dimensions for all of our exposures on our siding. And then again, just learning the proper methods to install top-thread siding in the right manner.
Yeah, so with our the teacher-student experience, it's important that our teachers remain relevant through professional development that the school district provides. There are opportunities throughout the year. We do offer teachers to go and be at industry conferences to make sure that they are relevant within their career fields. It's also important, I think, for the student because they're learning the latest trends, not only with the teacher-student relationship, but also through our program advisory committees, our PAC members, who are business and industry owners that are or workers in those fields. They give feedback and guidance on curriculum, on equipment usage, and any kind of new trends that are coming out. So it is really a great symbiotic relationship, I think, from all of those parties to make sure that we're providing a real relevant education.
So one of the challenges we got here is that this building has been a series of additions that's happened. So we have an overhead 200 amp service coming in here, which we are removing. And we're going to combine all the new distribution for the addition and for the existing building off the underground 400 amp that comes in into the electric room on the other side. So we can take a walk inside and see what's involved with that cutover. Safety glasses, folks, right? Take it along. Okay, so to cut this over, we have to make some provisions to bring all the circuitry off the other service to refeed this system right here, so this can be removed. So this box above here and these raceways coming in are all a pathway back to the power on the other side. These will all be removed. And this stuff will be cut into here and a splice will take place in this box. So it allows us to get rid of everything that's coming in from the street and tie it all under one. To do that, we'll follow these raceways back to show you where this power is coming from. So for us to get that power down there, you can see the raceways they ran, which is an EMT raceway into this box. And they're in the middle installing some flexible conduits into a panel that we just installed that's being fed via this cable over to the new, over to the existing 400 amp service. At the same time, we're going to be capturing this panel that was put in underneath the same feeder. All right, so what occurs here is all the smaller wires or branch circuits will come up through these flexible conduits, through these EMT raceways, and get spliced at each point. You can see that they've already nicely installed some circuits that are going to be heading to the addition. Okay, so if we walk right through this doorway here, you can see this box that's installed with these circuits hanging is going to be where it changes wiring methods to an armored cable called MC cable. It's going to go up through there and out through the addition. We fed the addition due to the construction of the addition with a big beam in the middle, engineered beam that we didn't want to do any drilling through. We fed the addition from here and another box that's down the other end. You can see the students are in the middle of pulling that harness with those circuits right there. So all this is kind of behind the scenes of wiring the addition to take the power within the building and combine it all into the 400 amp service.
All right, Maxie, why don't you tell the folks watching this video what kind of fitting do we have here?
So that's a 4-inch by 2-inch no hub Y.
Right on.
Yeah, our first concern was just if anyone had to use the bathroom upstairs, there would be waste and other liquids coming down the pipes, and that would serve as a problem because it would probably get on us. Yeah, so we're putting a Y on this, so we're just going to be making a connection to this pipe over here. And that's why we had to cut it and just make sure that there's none of the other pipes were disturbed. We had to make sure that we had a clean cut just so we can put in our fitting and make a clean connection too.
I was definitely concerned with any liquids coming through the pipe getting all over us.
or the pipe falling on us, but we stayed clear of that, so that was pretty good.
Expansion or addition to the senior center here in Southborough is something that's been talked about for a number of years. And one of the things that Assabet does, my role as superintendent, is to try and to help maintain community outreach. And part of us selling the budget every year to have support of the school district is talking exactly about projects like this, and that our communities that support Assabet can actually see their educational dollars at work, where they can see the skill set and the technical skills, the employability skills that our students are earning through their work on projects such as this and their academics that make it so valuable to a school like Assabet that offered this kind of program. Yeah, so I think for the benefits for our students on off-campus projects like this, or even projects that happen in the building but are tied to communities, community work, or an organization, is that it's twofold. One, they get to use their technical skills from the standpoint of hands-on experiential learning in a real-world scenario. The other piece of it is not only are they able to utilize their education that they're learning and their technical skills, but they're also have the ability to give back to the community, which I think at Assabet is something that we really promote in civic engagement as we produce students for a global society.
Today we're wrapping up the exterior weathertight shell. This morning we set up some scaffolding here in order to get up high enough to do the gable end. So students right now are just wrapping up the siding in and around all of the crown molding that we did around the windows in the last couple of days. We'll get the gable end all sided up, and that pretty much wraps up the exterior weathertight shell, and it's just in time for snow.
So, with the students that attend a school like Assabet here in Massachusetts, I don't think folks realize that our students gain about 1,800 plus hours in their career and technical education fields to really hone their skill set and technical skills. They get to work with our teacher experts, who are the technical experts in their fields, who have worked in industry, who have industry recognized credentials, that by the time they leave Assabet, the hope is that our students will also gain some of those industry recognized credentials that adults are trying to obtain in their adult life. It's just, it's priceless for the opportunity of what our kids have the ability to access. In Massachusetts is the platinum standard, I feel, in the nation of providing that.
Good morning, Mr. Mano. How are you?
Good, how you doing?
Good, good.
Hey, so these drawings are great.
Every project has to have a good set of architectural design plans, drawings that go along with it. Many times the architectural plans are not just for the carpenters, but also for electricians and plumbers and so on. But I think it's a starting point to make sure that everything has been figured out ahead of time before construction does begin, so that all coordination between trades are very fluent, and trades can look at the other trades' drawings, from electrical to plumbing to carpentry or elevations, just to really make sure that what they're doing is correct with the entire project.
So, Mr. Mano, some of my concerns regarding some of the electrical outlets that are going to be getting put in down around by the floor is that we do have this nice layout of the wainscoting throughout the entire project. So it's going to be important, I think, not to have any of the outlets landing on any of the panel molding that we're applying to the wall in all these different locations.
Mr. Colson took upon himself to develop those architectural drawings, which is really an elevation representation of the interior walls and the cabinetry and stuff. And it really helps us be precise with our locations of boxes as we do the rough wiring, installing the cables and stuff. So it's invaluable to us to really get the job done and done exactly right the way we want it. So very helpful.
How far, we're going to put an outlet here, how far over should we be? 3 feet? How about this one? 3 feet? It's the same, huh? If we set it up there.
let's go see where we're at, right?
Some drawings are different scaling and so forth, but that architectural, he was able to transpose from the drawing onto the walls and onto the floors where his layout would be for his wiring and his boxes. He did an excellent job with it and coordinated that with a few of the other students, so it came out just the way we wanted.
Yeah, the concern is obviously that as we put all of these outlets on the wall, we just want to make sure that we're trying to get the outlet somewhere within the panel itself. Doesn't have to be centered in the panel, but within the panel itself is definitely important so that it's not falling where we're doing any of our applied molding on it.
How far off do we want to be? Let's go with the inside corner this way to where that box should be. I think we're good there.
Yeah, I think we're good. Looks like it's located correctly.
55.
Yeah, just over 4.5 feet. Perfect.
So once you do one other one, we're going to confirm this one. That should be the same measurement. Just check that one from the inside corner. We will confirm these all the way around.
Yeah, I mean, I think that'll work out good. Like I say, you know, keep them symmetrical, keep them within the panel. I think once we do that there, I think everything's going to work out on the
57.
On the finish afterwards.
57, we're still good.
Mm-hmm.
Still right in that range we want to be.
In the world of education, students need structure, I think, in their daily lives. In this type of education, because there's relevance and it's realistic and it's structured in such a way that they can see an outcome at the end, and that what they're learning is going to be applied to something that they can potentially use every day. The outcome is that it provides an individual economic opportunity to that student. So when they leave Assabet, they can be employable within our local communities, within our state, across the nation, or even globally. And we have some of those students that are already doing that as they participate in the cooperative work placement program. So I think it just really connects all the dots for a student to see themselves working in a field and having that experience in high school education.
Wow, so at Assabet, there's so many good things going on here with the outside jobs, including so many different technical programs with plumbing and carpentry, electrical, HVAC. The work is just incredible, so professional. It really gives our students an opportunity to work on real-life projects that will eventually benefit our communities. So it's phenomenal. The work they do is phenomenal. There's so many great things happening here at Assabet, like getting your hair done in cosmetology, high-quality students and great teachers. And you cannot leave without stopping by the Epicurean restaurant to have a nice lunch with a great view of Assabet's backyard. If you don't need to have your hair done, but you need your car fixed, no problem. You can always book an appointment with Auto Tech to fix interior problems with your car, or you can always stop in at Auto Collision and fix any exterior visual problems of the car. If you're looking to style your house or commerce, then you totally should stop into metal fabrication. They're always working with the community to build different metal objects and structures. There's also a lot happening in design and visual. They're always working with the local community to create posters, flyers, and make videos to promote others. If you're interested in some quality printing products, get in touch with Design and Visual.
Yes, there is some textbook and some philosophical type of things that they learn, but they now have to put it into practice and understand that sometimes everything written isn't always perfect, and that they're going to run into circumstances that will need them to adjust and be flexible.
Yeah, very good. All right.
All right, thanks, sir.
Keep going. Take care.
On the next episode of Nailing It, Classroom Careers.
Well, hello, Irish friends. At this point in time, we're doing all of our interior finish trim. So what I have the students working on right now are several things, both around the windows, up at the ceiling height, and on the walls as well.
And today they're actually working on troubleshooting hot water issues where certain faucets there's no hot water.